that is there, okay, it is coming and going. Alright? At the end of the kalpa, this unmanifest doesn't seem to exist. That means what has happened is the prakriti that is there. Prakriti is the manifest world. Okay? That is Maya's domain. Maya's domain goes back into what is called as a domain of Prakriti. Prakriti is the basic nature, and the nature in turn expands into individual, say trees, plants, animals, birds, human beings, so on and so forth. Various manifestations happen. Now those manifestations go back into the level of Prakriti. Prakriti is nature. Nature in turn goes back to the one who created the nature, and that is called Purusha. Now Purusha is what was the manifestation. Actually we can't call it a manifestation. It is as if the unmanifest has taken some sort of a, not even a form, it's some sort of a designate, like there is a Purusha. Understand what I'm saying? It is, let us say for example, today we have a person like a minister who doesn't actually exist, but the ministry exists. That means the domain is existing somewhere, but we do not see the one who is creating this domain. In a similar, I mean, this is a very stupid example, but I think you can understand. Many a times we have people in absentia, the whole unit works. Okay, so this Purusha would be, is not actually visible per se. Okay, yet he has created this entity called Prakriti. Prakriti in turn creates this manifest world outside. Now when Prakriti goes back into Purusha, now Purusha, when it has absorbed the Prakriti, the Purusha and the Prakriti combine, dissolves. Now when they dissolve, where would they go? Okay, so the place where they are supposed to go would be an absorption level somewhere further greater than them, isn't it? And that is this supreme divine person in this second unmanifest. Think about it from a simple point of view, that there is somebody who has created this unmanifest world. Correct? So if somebody has created this unmanifest world, naturally it will go back to this person who has created it. Correct? It is like as if I have got a one small pimple over here on my face. It is visible as of now. All right. After some time, I put some cream over there, and it dissolves in this face. Okay. Now it has gone inside. Where it has gone inside? It was a manifest. Now it has become unmanifest. It's disappeared. It's become my skin. Now my skin, in turn, has to disappear somewhere. And that place where it disappears would be this domain called the second unmanifest. Alright, that means at the end of my body, no pimple has remained and no body has also remained. So somewhere it has disappeared. So this somewhere where it has disappeared is this second unmanifest. Okay. So should we carry on or should we wait for Senthil? Or the earth, yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, one sec. Padma, where is Padma? I can't see her. See this, so I think that is the reason why people should, log in before. Otherwise, the invites do not go out here. I think when Padma joins it, I think we have to explain to her. I hope she got it. Because there is a problem. I have sent her the invite. Now this is the second invite I'm sending. Yeah, I've sent it. She has got it. Okay, I hope she is able to join it. Yeah. Padma has joined. Hi. Padma, next time you log in and first send I am here karke. Google has changed something by means of which even if I send the invite, they are not visible on the person's page. Okay. So next time you just ping me, so the chat window opens, and when the chat window opens, I can send the invite. Otherwise, the invite does not get sent. All right.
Okay.
Though I sent you the invite in the morning, but it is not registering. Okay, Senthil is not here. Okay, fine. So, all right. Now, astrophysics. What happens is we are so much confined in our material world that we can only think my well is the only well. We are like the frog who believes that my well is the only universe that is around us. So, as far as my nose can see, that is all my universe is. But it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita that there are so many universes out there. Now, which universe, where, how, why? This question can never be answered by anybody. All right? Because the domains are individual. Now, I'll give you an idea about how the domain works. Every universe has its own Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. That means the creator is there. Okay, every universe has one Brahma, the sustainer is there, and then the destroyer is there. So as many universes are there, as many these entities exist. You understand what I'm saying? And if I am under the domain of this particular Brahma, then my absorption is going to be in this Brahma alone. At the end of time, it will be destruction by Shiva, the entity, and then the throwing out again happens through the Brahma in this. That means the creation and the destruction happens in my own domain of the universe, wherever I am. So the problem is we do not have the wherewithal of getting out of the system. You understand what I'm saying? The reason, yes, you're right, absolutely right. And yes, and every universe has its own frame of creation and destruction. The absorption is not happening all simultaneously. It may so happen in one universe, and in another universe may be still going on. So, see, like our earthly time factor can never be considered for the others. So that is the reason why if you look at the universes everywhere, there are what is called as black holes in some, where the universe has collapsed inside the black hole. Somewhere you will find that there is a star which is generating more universes. So this is what is, actually this is mentioned in the Bhagavata, the other book, where once Krishna is sitting and Brahmaji comes to him. Brahmaji thinks that he is very dear to Krishna. So I'm cutting the story short. And his ego keeps on saying, okay, I am the greatest that is there. So what happens to him is, at that point in time, Krishna in the Vishnu form says to Narada, go and invite the Brahmas. So he says, I am here, God. No. I'm calling the other Brahmas that are there. And many Brahmas turn up over there. At that point in time, Brahmaji, this our earthly Brahma that is there, he gets a shock of his life. He says, oh my God, I didn't know that there are too many Brahmas around. So he says, yes, there are too many Brahmas around. And ये कौन है अभी? Senthil बोलता है, I have not received the chat. Oh God. That is why. Yeah, I can't do much. Yeah. Now I think he has not opened his chat window, so just now I sent him twice. Okay, he will not receive it. You got what I'm saying? Even if yeah, no, not in WhatsApp. I think everybody needs to get this straight. They have to log in or keep your window green. That means that, and maybe just ping me or something like that. If you don't ping me, I cannot even send the invite. Do you know this? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You're right. Now, I can't see you online. Yeah. Yeah. Just tell him that. Yeah, I can definitely send him the invite, but he has to first at least ping me. Saying that I am here. Something like that on Gmail, not on WhatsApp. It will not work. Hmm. 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 I've sent him. I hope if he pings me, then I can send him the invite. I think what the reason why they are doing this is because if I send an invite, this has happened. When I send an invite, it will go to your cell phone, it will go to your iPad, it will go to your everywhere. It just starts ringing, ting, 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 ting. I think that must be the reason why they're doing this. Could be. I don't know. Uh, it's received it, but he's not replied. Anyway. If he pings me, then I can send him. So I think you understand. This universe's creation happens in a different stages. The the one who is the creator of the universe is different from the creator of another universe, and then the absorption that happens to each individual domain. Finally, at the end of the kalpa, there's another absorption that happens where everything then finally collapses into this greater domain. Okay, Senthil is joined.
Good
Senthil,
morning.
you need to, good morning, you need to send me at least a ping on Gmail, okay?
Okay.
Because I think they have changed the settings or done something by which even if I send you the invite, it doesn't go, okay?
Okay.
WhatsApp पे करेगा तो मैं Gmail पे नहीं कर सकता
Okay.
All right. So, Brito, I think you understood what I'm saying. Okay. And this is mentioned in the Bhagavata. In Bhagavata, whenever we do, I will take the verse and I'll show you where it is written. All right. So, any more questions? No? Senthil, do you have anything? No.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Bolo.
have a question. Krishna says he is a divine person in the second unmanifest, right? So
Yeah.
does that mean is Krishna is a manifested form or?
Yes.
Uh, okay.
Absolutely. See, that is the only reason why whenever the form that was taken in the manifest, which we pray to actually, the Krishna that we think about, it
Mm.
was mentioned that he is the original Krishna that has come over here with every possible qualities that he has over there.
Okay.
Okay, so he
Mm.
was called the Sampurna, the form which is complete. It's a complete form that he was born with on the earth. So that the reason is mentioned over there, and we will definitely come to it very shortly, because in one of the verses he is going to talk about it. All
Mm.
right.
Mm.
So we will do verse 16, chapter 9. I think that's where we are supposed to start from. All right. So, I am the Vedic ritual, I am the sacrifice, I am the offering to the departed. I am the herbage and food grains. I am the sacred mantra, I am the clarified butter, I am the sacred fire, I am very in the act of offering oblations into the fire. I am the sustainer and the ruler of the universe, its father, mother, and grandfather. The one who, knowing the purifier, the sacred syllable Om, and the three Vedas, Rik, Yajus, and Sama. Now, here he is talking about that, selectively if you go, I am the Vedic ritual. Okay, Vedas are divided into rituals, explanations, and then there are some stories associated with it. The explanatory texts are called the Upanishads. Explanations are there. Now, yesterday somebody was talking about that there are the suktams. Suktams are nothing but prayers, oblations which we are offering in the form of words to a particular deity or a divinity. Okay, so that means if I am considering Lakshmi, then there will be definitely a suktam. Suktam is a combination, it's a poetry sort of, which is associated with this deity or divinity. The mention of this deity is there. It also describes how the person is and what is it that you can get out of this particular deity. Got it? Now, what happens is, I am the Vedic ritual. What is a Vedic ritual? Vedas specify certain types of rituals where they mention over there what are the things that you need to do. It is like a procedure. Procedures are there when we are performing some sort of experiments, isn't it? It's written when we are doing some experiments, there's a process involved. Do this, do this, do this, do this, A step, B step, C step, like that. And as we go on from step to step, we are taking up certain ingredients, isn't it?
Vidhi.
Yes. Vidhi is procedure. Vidhi is procedure. And there are ingredients. What are the specific ingredients that are required for doing this procedure? And the methodology. Both these are involved. That means, let us say, the process is written that you take this particular til and now you pour it, you take 1 spoon of it and put it inside this square kund that is there, and then you put 1 teaspoon of ghee in it. So this is a process. Now the items which we have used are til and ghee. So then these are the items which go into it, ingredients. The methodology, in the procedure you have to pour. The methodology and the sequence is also written. I cannot change the sequence. Please understand this. The sequence is also very, very important. Right? So the sequence is mentioned. How it is to be done is mentioned. What time I have to do is mentioned. Who has to do it is also mentioned. Sometimes you will find that the priest does it, and sometimes he tells you, you do it. Have you noticed it?
Yeah.
So that is also written. The Yajmana, the one who is sitting for that puja, has to now do this. So it is mentioned over there, and that is how it is done. Simultaneously, the chanting of the mantras is happening. See, the mantras are being chanted by somebody else. There is another person who is chanting the mantra, and there is somebody else who is telling you this is what you got to do. Alright? And then you are doing this. There is another priest who is tying those stuff around or keeping the ingredients ready. So there are multiple people involved. Now he says, Krishna says, I am that Vedic ritual. So all this entire thing put together is called the Vedic ritual. Alright? Let us see how the Vedic ritual happens in our body. The Vedic ritual happens in a particular way. Let us say how it happens in our eyes. I open the eyes, I see the object. The object's image, when the light is there, remember, without the light being on, without the sun being out, you cannot see the object, right? So even if your eyes are open, the object cannot be seen. So you see an object. What is the object? Maybe you see a small bird. Now the bird is not visible when it is not daytime. So now the bird is visible when it is daylight. That image enters my eye. In my eye, this sacrifice has happened. This entire process of the ingredients put in place and the way the image has entered my eye and the fire which burns inside, that means the stuff which creates the vision in me. Vision means I can understand the object, correct? There is a wall behind where the image falls, the retina as we say, and behind the retina there are the rods and the cones, two types of cells. So when the image falls on it, it processes the image. So in the same way, the Vedic ritual is all these things put together. So Krishna says all this that I mentioned just now is called the Vedic ritual. Got it? So he says, I am that Vedic ritual. That all this thing which occurred just now is a Vedic ritual. I am the sacrifice, that is the object that is the sacrifice. I am the offering to the departed. What are the offering to the departed? The departed means that those who have gone away. Now think about it. Many a times we wonder, वो आदमी तो मर गया, उसको क्या खिलाने का है? You know, when we keep all that stuff outside, and we many a times, you know, parents, grandparents who have died, we keep something which they have loved outside on the terrace or some such place. And as a young child, we wonder, okay, as if my grandfather is going to come and eat it. You think grandfather is a crow or what? And anyway, a crow comes and eats it. And then you wonder, oh my God, my grandfather has become a crow. So, no, what they are trying to say is the offering is given. The offering has to be accepted by someone for it to be delivered to this domain. So he says, this particular thing is also me. Alright? I am the herbage and food grains. Herbage. Now, today the revolution is more towards the greens. You know, eat greens, eat raw stuff. All that is called the herbage. And the food grains. Food grains are the dhanya. I am the sacred mantra, that which goes into the saying, you know, what I mentioned in the beginning. In the Vedic ritual, there is a sacred mantra which is said. Right? I am the clarified butter. Now he is individually talking about it. Do you remember when we started, I told you this is what you got to put, this is what you got to put. So he is telling you individually what he is. I am also the clarified butter. Clarified butter मतलब ghee. Ghee हम लोग बोलते हैं clarified butter. I am the sacred fire. That which burns inside is called the sacred fire, Agni. I am verily the act of offering oblations into the fire. The entire act of putting the oblations into the fire. Like I explained to you, the same offering, how it works in the eye, in the mouth, in the nose, in the ear. There is a bell ringing. The ringing of the bell brings the sound to my ear, pinne, and then it goes inside, it hits the eardrum. The vibration of the eardrum creates this, you know, behind the eardrum there is an entire sequence of events that happen. Finally, the identification of the sound happens. The identification of the sound right from the ringing of the bell to the sound coming to the ear and then going inside and creating this entire stuff of understanding it, knowing it. This whole process is the sacrifice. Alright? And Krishna says, all that I mentioned just now, from the object to the final destination, is me alone. So this entire verse is talking of this thing. So everything that you can think of is me alone. I am the sustainer and ruler of this universe. Just now we were talking about the various universes, correct? So he says, I am the sustainer also of this universe. Sustainer is the Vishnu avatar, okay? in our religion, in Sanatana Dharma actually, we say there is always a sustainer, somebody who sustains this universe. It is hanging somewhere, isn't it? Who is keeping it hanging and who is keeping it rotating and revolving and so on and so forth? The one who is doing it is called a sustainer. As a ruler of the universe, it's father, mother and grandfather. Father, mother and grandfather. That means the creator, the creatrix, both father and the mother, and the one who created it also. Just now we did that. The father would be called the Purusha. The creatrix is the Prakriti. And the one who created the creator and the creatrix both is the grandfather, isn't it? The grandfather is called Krishna. So all this is me alone. Alright, that is the second unmanifest. The divine person in the second unmanifest is me. The Purusha is me. The Prakriti is also me. And one worth knowing. So naturally, I am the one worth knowing. The purifier, the sacred syllable Om and the three Vedas, Rig, Yajus and Sama. Now why have they mentioned only three Vedas over here? Rig, Yajus and Sama. I'll tell you what exactly happened. Before the beginning of time, there was only one Veda. Okay? Now that one Veda was so complicated and so difficult for people to understand that when Ved Vyas came into the picture, he split it up. He split it up into three entities. These are the three entities which are mentioned. Alright? So before Ved Vyas, there was only one single Veda. And then it got split up into three entities. And then there is another Veda which came into existence, which was for the sustaining aspect of this universe.
Atharva.
Yeah. So there are certain processes and procedures in that particular Veda which are meant for rectification, correction of certain things. See, what happens is when you create an object, there are certain things where we have to do some rectification and correction. जैसे सब्जी में अगर ज्यादा नमक गिरा तो हम लोगों को क्या करना चाहिए? So we put some potatoes and stuff like that to adjust it out. And when the tastes are less and more, so there are certain adjustments we have to do. So finally, when the three Vedas came into the picture, the fourth Veda was brought into the picture for adjusting out everything that is required for the material worldly person. Got it? So that is the reason why Krishna says, I am the three Vedas and the one word which created this whole universe, which is called the Omkar. So the first vibratory thing, that is the first vibration that happened, I am also that. These are his descriptions, okay? Don't go by literally what he is saying. Alright? Okay, so Krishna is Om. He is not mentioning that. What he is trying to say is, whatever that you can think of, the highest perfect thing is me alone. Alright? So if you think that the number one person in India is the Prime Minister, consider it is me only. I am only ruling this country. If you think Chief Minister of a particular state where you are staying is the highest, consider him also to be me. If you think that there is a local administration which is running your place, that also is me. So you want to consider everything is at the end of the day coming to me only. So I am the ruler of this entire creation is what he says. And one worth knowing and the purifier. What is the meaning of the word purifier? The one, when a sacrifice is performed, the purification happens. Even let us say, for example, when we take a bath, it is nothing but a sacrifice. Okay? At the end of the bath, we feel clean, isn't it? Clean. And that is basically a purification process. Now, you may have a lot of kachara in your mind. Many a times have you said, I need to spew it out, otherwise, I will not become clean. And you throw out everything and you say, oh, I just want to tell you this before, so that I can throw it out. And people say these words, and then they think that because they have said all these words, they have removed everything that was stuck up in their mind. So it is nothing but a sort of a purificatory ritual that we do. Alright? So even that is me alone. Having enjoyed the extensive heaven world, they return to this world of mortals on the stalk of their merits being exhausted. Brito, you were asking me how this next generation comes up. This is given over here. Thus devoted to the ritual with interested motive recommended by the three Vedas and seeking worldly enjoyments, they repeatedly come and go. So what happens to this individual who dies? Now, the individual who dies, he has performed certain karmas. Okay. Now let us say, for example, he has performed a certain karmas. Okay. So he gets a discount coupon to go and buy the morning meal in McDonald's. So it's like that. You get some discount coupon to go and enjoy in some heaven somewhere. So it could be McDonald's, it could be KFC, it could be something else also. Does not matter. So wherever the coupon is supposed to be, you can redeem it over there. Alright. So for certain good acts that you have done, you get to redeem those points over there. Now if I have taken the redemption in Walmart, I can't go to Target. Can I? Can I redeem my points in another place? No, exactly the point. So whichever heaven that is prescribed for you for the purpose of redemption, you can only go to that heaven. And once the redemption is through, many a times what happens is you have got a 50 rupee discount and the item is 65 rupees. So you have to end up paying 15 rupees. That means nothing comes free. When the voucher value is over, you are finished. Please understand, in the same way, this particular heaven will only keep you for the time that this particular thing is in against your name. So it says that you are allowed 25 days free stay in a particular place. So you can go over there. Similar, in the same way as we describe heavens, it is also the hells which are described. Now it is prescribed that because of this particular wrongdoing that you have done, you are going to go to that place. You may wonder, by the action of karma, any which way I am going to come back? Yes or no? See, I have gone and killed somebody. Alright? Karma states that that person has to kill me. Now you will say, then why the hell should I go to hell or some such place? I mean, I don't understand. You are anyway giving me one punishment by bringing me back and killing me once again. Correct? And then you will say, then what is the point in having these enjoyments and having these punishments done? This question may come up. The answer is very simply this, that even if I have done something, okay, which is, let us say, I have given an examination and I have failed in the examination. I got one red line. The mother is going to give me a thrashing. Please understand this. My mother is going to give me a thrashing, and then I will have to go and rectify this in my next examination. So the thrashing is anyway there. So the punishment is a part and parcel of our world. So it's like a double thing, Door ka jhatka dheere se lage, whatever that thing is. वो ऐसा ही है, डबल तुम लोगों को उसका प्रॉब्लम आ जाता है. Let us say, for example, I donate 1 lakh rupees to some temple. Okay, so what they will do? They will put my name in some play. They will put one board over there and saying that so and so has given 1 lakh rupees. And then what they will do is they will conduct special pujas for me, isn't it? And then they will say, oh, the great and mighty so and so has come. We will do this puja for you and special prasadam, special entry for me, isn't it? That board which they have put is one thing, but all these additional benefits have come to me or no? In the same way, anything that you do, let us say any charitable act that you do in this world, charitable act, okay, you have gone and saved a dog from dying. It's supposed to be a charitable act. Okay, you have donated to poor people or children. That is a charitable act. God has said that in the Vedas it is mentioned that you have to get benefits for that. And the benefits are going to accrue from you getting the same benefits in your future life, plus I am going to give you that which comes with it. That means for you doing such a great stuff, I'm going to give you 10 days free stay in my heaven. Okay, additional benefit. And that is the reason why the heavens and the hell are the place where we can redeem the points. Points redemption ho jata hai wahan pe. So that is the reason why this heaven and hell concept is there. Alright. So he says, now please understand again. Now, if you believe in heaven and hell, then only this concept exists. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. Okay. One moment. I don't know who is this person over here. Okay. No, I can't see. So this particular point exists of redemption. Okay. Or the punishment. This will exist only if you believe in it. If you do not believe in the heavens or the hells, why would you go over there? You understand what I am saying? See, even in your life, suppose you believe in some particular person in your life. You think that person is capable of solving your problems. In your life, you have many of these mentors, no? So you go to this mentor and you tell this mentor, you say, sir, can you please solve this problem? मेरे को है ना problem हो रहा है ऐसा वैसा वैसा वैसा. So this mentor will say, okay, I will solve it for you. And the mentor gives you certain solution. Now think about it. If you don't believe in any mentors, you don't have anybody around you, whom are you going to go to? You will go to your inner being only. You will contemplate on this issue, isn't it? So your inner being gives you the answer. So the belief system works this way. If you believe in something, then you can go over there. But if you don't believe in it, you don't need to go. In India, how many people go to psychiatrist? Hardly any. Because in our world, we don't believe we should go to a psychiatrist. But in the United States, for every silly problem, any problem for that matter, you take his appointment and you go and sit over there and you tell your story to him. These are counselors, isn't it? We have counselors over there. So many counselors are there. But in India, even if something very drastic and dramatic happens to us, we don't go to any counselors. We don't go and sit in front of people telling them our stories. We sort them out ourselves. Belief systems differ. So the counselors exist because somebody wants them, isn't it? Do you think in India we require this type of people? No. We think that we can solve our problems. So we don't go to any counselors, and so counselors do not exist. You understand this? How this works? It is simply like this. If you need it, it is there. If you don't believe in it, it doesn't exist.
Is that why the jihadis are so ruthless?
I can't say about jihadis why they are so ruthless. See, everybody has got a cause. There is a cause which they are actually.
Because they don't believe they will be punished or whatever. So they are ruthless.
No.
They don't believe in hell or whatever. So.
No. I think you are completely mistaken over there. The jihadis are actually, they go by the holy book. And the holy book prescribes. The concept of hell and heaven doesn't exist in our books. Whereas it exists in in all other religions. Please note this. And if you go to this, they talk about if you do this particular job, you go to the heaven and enjoy the 13 or 30. How many virgins that is there? I don't recollect how many virgins you get to enjoy. 56 virgins, is it? Rito, you can Google and see. You know, Aparna, you must be knowing. No, you don't know. If you go to see, the person will say, if I do this for God, Allah, then I get to enjoy so many virgins, and I'm not joking. It is written.
But
that is
why
the
did
belief.
you say I would be knowing?
Because you are living in a place where all this is very prevalent. People are doing maybe stuff over there. They think like that. So हम लोग तो वो वर्ल्ड में नहीं गए ना. Peter, don't smile so much, yaar. So
So that
idea
is their
is,
belief.
yeah, it is
That's why they
written.
do that.
Yeah, it is written. Anybody who's got a free computer, no, please go and check how many virgins you enjoy in the heavens, and it is mentioned over there. So what these jihadis do is they do this action, or otherwise if they don't do it, they have to go to hell. It is mentioned over there. And this verse is there, very much there in the picture. So, so they very much like to say. And if you go to this Dunham, that Jeff Dunham show, there also it is mentioned in 72 virgins. Yes, you are right.
Yeah, 72.
Yes. So you get to enjoy 72 virgins. Oh my God. I mean, it's, huh? Yes.
Yeah, it's there.
So now you know, Padma, why you should become a jihadist, and so that you get to enjoy 72 virgins. Wow. That is the end result of it.
So in their religion, the women have no karmas, no. Like it's only for the men, is it? Their dharma.
I don't know if there is no mention of men or women. Maybe even women are involved in this. Who knows? Apne ko kya malum?
Okay.
How
So,
it says here, it gives the wives a rare honor of watching their husbands deflower 72 virgins and 28 prepubescent boys.
wow.
Jai Rama.
So I think first time many of you have heard this, okay? But it is mentioned. It is mentioned, and yes, and that is the reason. And this is the main, what you call that
Motivation.
motivation for being what they are supposed to be. Brito and Senthil, please don't get ideas. हम लोग के इसमें तो
banal or basal. It is so banal or basal, right?
Oh, I don't care about it. It's their belief system. What can you do about it? See, these belief systems have come about because some carrot has to be given, no or no.
No, I'm saying so anyone can create their own belief system, because you said only if they believe it happens.
Yes, exactly the point. See, if you believe in it, it exists. If you don't believe in it, it doesn't exist. It's the same thing, If you believe that there is a ghost, your fear is going to grow.
So you create your own beliefs,
Exactly
your
the
own
point.
religion.
Exactly.
So anyone can do that. Create your own beliefs and religion.
Yesterday,
Possibly,
universal
Allah
law.
never said this. This is an interpretation of some people who think that way, right?
Let me tell you this. It is mentioned that somebody quoted it to someone and then someone wrote it, and it goes about. See, I don't want to take any specifics out of this. You have to just understand that certain religions are born out of certain requirements. We don't know what the requirements are, so we can't get biased by what they are saying. But if you take in isolation this statement, it is going to be very, very strange. We will say, yes, chalo, I can do that. But we cannot take it in isolation. We have to understand the whole concept of it. So, and what is the meaning of it? Like we have in India, we have very strange gods and all. So we wonder, कि यार ये ऐसा भगवान भी हो सकता है. I mean, can you have such a type of a god?
But
There
it's
is a
large
certain
world
belief.
and everything is right in its place. No?
Exactly, everything is perfect and right in its place. Now, if you see all those, Aborigines or those people from different countries, which are the original people, they wear earrings which are hanging till here. Their earlobes have come till down so much. I mean, does it mean that they are wrong? No, they have a certain belief system, so they believe in it, so it's okay by them. वो उनका belief है. So in the same way, every religion has its own belief systems. And why they are having their belief systems? So in our world, if you really are very sincere, please can you get out these things from your mind? You don't need to believe in any heavens and hells. Don't. Because why do you, I mean, what is this trying to think of enjoying some 5-star super deluxe facility or maybe getting roasted in somebody's barbecue? I don't think it is important to get roasted in somebody's barbecue. And imagine that poor guy with the, this thing, and he's going, and he's barbecuing you. ऐसा सोचो कितना कुछ भी सोचते हैं हम लोग. I mean, our imagination goes wild in thinking about such things. And then you have this guy who is going around like a Satya Sai Baba, walking, oh, and he's got one white ring on top of his head, and the ring goes round and round and round. I mean, do you really think there is a God who has got a ring on top of his head or what? Huh? And he's walking like that, floating on the... Come on. It is our belief, Some idiot has created this belief. Why bother about this type of beliefs? If you think that there is some halo behind somebody's head, okay, you go to the photo studio and put some light behind you and take a photograph. You will also have multiple halos if you want. There is no point. I really don't. When I go to most of these ashrams, you will find all these great Babaji's photographs, They put them in their gale mein locket and kaan mein or haath mein or idhar or udhar. Have you noticed it? ऐसा उंगली में डालेंगे, गले में डालेंगे बाबा जी का, और पीछे ऐसा राउंड गोला रहेगा. बोला ले कर ले बात. ये ना सूर्य में से बाहर निकला है, सूर्य का पिल्ला. There was one film, something pilla something सूर्य
पिल्लू
के.
का पिल्लू बोलते.
नहीं, एक बहुत ही गोविंद निलानी की का पिक्चर था. हाँ, सूरज के समथिंग पिल्ले और समथिंग लाइक दैट. Prakash Kutti's wife, okay, Shammi has acted in that film if you go to see it. Okay, so सातवां घोड़ा सूरज का पता नहीं ऐसे कुछ तो भी एक पता नहीं ऐसे कुछ तो
सूरज का सातवां घोड़ा. There is a movie.
So the thing about it, I mean, if you believe in all this bullshit, you can definitely have as many people as you want, Alag hells, alag gods, and everybody is frying you, roasting you, putting you in ice cream and freezing you and doing all sorts of nonsense. If you believe in it, and if you don't believe in it, मतलब अपने पास वो टाइम नहीं है वो सब पिक्चर देखने के लिए. तुम लोग देखते बैठो, मैं खाली एक ही देखता है अपना लाइफ का पिक्चर, and I come back. How many channels are there in India? I think 180 channels. वो खाली फ्लिप करते रहने का, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. तो ये चैनल का बिगिनिंग और वो, आई मीन ये चैनल में ये स्टोरी चल रही है और वो चैनल में वो स्टोरी चल रही है, इधर से फ्लिप करके उधर जाएगा तो भी सेम लगता है. All the heroines, whether they are gone for a dead man's like a ceremony, death ceremony, or whether they have gone for a wedding, all are very nicely dressed. And all look more or less the same.
Stereotypes.
Yeah, very
All
stereotypes.
turned out well.
Yes.
Always.
And all sasses are having vaisa. And all young girls over there are, and they have some, very funny mannerisms. I don't know what kind of bullshit that they dish out in all the channels, but you will find everything looks so standard. So from their point of view also, if you try to visualize a heaven and a hell, everybody will come out with their own concept, slightly different here and there. So we enjoy it. And that is the reason why Krishna says, hey, this heavenly bliss and all these things that are mentioned, recommended by the three Vedas, having enjoyed the extensive heaven world, they return to this world of mortals on the stock of their merit being exhausted. Merits, I told you, discount coupons and all your enjoyments, 10 days free stay in heaven number so and so. That is exhausted, so they have to come back. Thus devoted to the ritual with interest and motive recommended by the three Vedas. Now here Padma is the words. See the words which say devoted to the ritual. It is mentioned that you can enjoy 72 virgins and how many young boys, I don't know. It's mentioned over there. And because of that, it is the ritual, the devoted to the ritual and interested with the motive recommended in the Vedas. It is mentioned over there कि भाई ये करेगा तो तुमको ये मिलेगा, ऐसा करने से ऐसा आता है. And seeking worldly enjoyments, so they have got to go and seek worldly. They repeatedly come and go, so they have to keep on coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. They love to get discount coupons from different places, so they keep on accumulating them. Every day, there are people in this world, and I am not joking, there are people in this world who open the newspaper only to see the discount coupons. Kalpana will tell you why I open the newspapers. I love to read all the film stories that are there, all the gossip that is there. So first paper that I will take is Bangalore Mirror. And then I will say Salman Khan ne ye kiya, oh Katrina Kaif ne vaisa kiya, Kareena Kapoor ne wo kiya. I love to read that type of bullshit. And then there are those people, they will cut off, in food world mein 20% discount hai, aaj ye item pe. And then some other place, and total is announcing this. Okay, and then they will say Whitefield mein ye particular mall mein ye particular jagah pe ye particular shoes are available at 55% discount. अच्छा बाकी तो some 40% discount, वहाँ पे 55, चलो cutting करके लेके जाते हैं. Today the world has moved to such a stage where you will find in your cell phone, click this and you will get that discount. Do you know that? You say yes to this or like us on Facebook and you will get this discount. So we have continuously this worldly stuff that we are after. And that is the reason why he says, they repeatedly come and go. Why would you want to visit a particular outlet many a times? Because they offer you discounts or something like that. Yeah, sure. The devotees, however, who loving no one else, constantly think of me and worship me in a disinterested spirit. To those ever united in thought with me, I bring full security and personally attend to their needs. Okay, so here in this case what happens is, here we have another person, Krishna ji. And Krishna ji says, देखो boss, ये सब तुमको heaven नहीं मांगते हैं ना तो मेरे पास आना सिर्फ. Okay? मेरे यहाँ थाई मसाज वगैरह नहीं मिलता है. अपने यहाँ खाली है ना, तुमको मेरे को मसाज करना पड़ेगा, मैं तुमको नहीं करने वाला हूँ. मस्काबाजी मेरे को करना पड़ेगा तुमको, मैं तुमको नहीं करूंगा. अपने यहाँ पे आने का है, you can come and no benefits the way you think about it. Of course, you see, I dance with everybody. You can't dance with somebody else. Okay, so here Krishna's domain is this. That is the second unmanifest. My devotees, that those who are completely devoted to Krishna, who loving no one else. I have written today in the morning also, you cannot love anybody else. Boss, exclusive devotion रखना बहुत जरूरी है. Single pointed, one pointed devotion is the most important. If you believe in me and if you have single pointed devotion, and worship me in a disinterested spirit. Disinterested spirit means you are not worshipping me because you are going to get something. Okay, तो जो बिलिंग करता है ना वो काउंटर पे जाके ना this smile and that fellow understands ना साला कुछ तो भी पूछेगा तो and then you say sir additional discount है ना सर 10% तो देगा and he will tell you very nicely no discounts. डिस्काउंट के लिए दिसंबर में आ जाओ, अभी खाली फरवरी है. And this is what happens. So here, if you have disinterested spirit, there is no gains from my world. Okay, so don't come and think that तू मेरे को रैंक देगा तो मैं 1 किलो पेड़ा देगा. वो बोलता है बॉस मैं पेड़ा खाता नहीं. ओके, तो लेके भी मत आना. Or no goods allowed inside. In the theaters it is written no eatables allowed. So imagine in his Golok Vrindavana, big notice board is there. No bribes allowed, no eatables allowed. So if you try to give him some sort of a bribe, they are not allowed. All right. So it has to be done in a disinterested motive. You cannot have any interested motive. I am going to get this, that's why I am doing this for you, please don't have it. To those ever united in thought with me, those who are completely one, synchronicity, their thoughts are one with mine, I bring full security and personally attend to their needs. So I am the one who is going to bring full security. So you don't have to be scared of anything or anybody. Okay. Some God is telling you, come to me, 10% discount, I'll give you 10% discount. Those touts that are there. Okay. You want to, now you are going to, you want exchange of dollars. So you are going to Thomas Cook. When you are entering the Thomas Cook building, there are 100 touts outside. They will say, dollars, rupees. पाउंड्स ऐसा करके बोलता रहेगा ना. वैसा ये गोलोक वृंदावन का बाहर ये सब लोग खड़े रहते हैं. बोला आता है क्या 10 दिन का फ्री हमारे फ्री. वो सुनने का नहीं क्योंकि बॉस का डोमेन का अंडर तुम्हारा प्रोटेक्शन है. प्रोटेक्शन डॉन साहब का प्रोटेक्शन में है तुम, तो फिर इधर उधर देखने का नहीं. कोई आएगा भी नहीं तुमको पूछने के लिए. वो आएगा तो बोलेगा बॉस को बोलो क्या, बॉस कौन है मालूम है क्या, ऐसा. And finally he will attend personally to your needs. Personally to your needs means very simply this. In Golok Vrindavana it is mentioned that he individually caters to your needs. Okay, and that is the sweetest part of it all. If you go to any other heavens, there will be waiters and there will be a lot of chefs and room service people who will take care of you. Here only one room service person and one caterer and one everything. खाना भी वही बनवाता है तुमको, सब कुछ वही करता है. So he says, I personally take care of you. Arjuna, even those devoted who endowed with faith, worship other gods, worship me alone, though with a mistaken approach. So now think about this statement. In this he is saying, you are trying to worship some other god. You are trying to Muscofy him. What is the point? At the end of the day, सब मेरे पास ही आता है. All I get, see, they are getting commission. They are commission agents. All right. वो commission agent बीच में से commission लेके जाता है. Production in charge वगैरह सब मैं ही है ना. I am the only one who is doing all these things. So why are you going to those people? Come directly to me. I will give you straight away discount whatever you want. Straight. You don't have to go to any of these people. Yet you don't understand. See, there is one ad which is going on in the Indian television. Okay. That person says, I will go to the neighboring store, He gives discounts on cell phones and mobiles. He says, मेरा जो कम से कम रेट में हमको आता है ना, मैं तुमको कॉस्ट प्राइस में देगा. And the girlfriend sitting next to him is surfing the net, and he tells her, what you are looking on the net, and she types out the thing, and then she shows him the computer and says, oh, this is the rate he is getting it at. Log into ebay.in, 30% discount. ऐसा करके वो लिखा है. So it's an ad which tells you. So you are getting the highest discount directly in Krishna's door. Why you want to go to your neighboring fellow to buy a mobile from there? Understood? ये कहने का मतलब है. So Krishna is like eBay.com. So he says you mistakenly you are going to this neighboring fellow because you don't know the truth. The truth is they are finally buying from me only. Correct है ना? तो तुम directly उनसे क्यों लेते हो? मेरे से लो ना. So I think you have understood this example. So here he says, I am the one who is creating those people, and they in turn have done their job. So if you pray to them, you will go to them. But if you pray to me, you will come straight away to me. For I am the enjoyer and also the Lord of all sacrifices. But they who do not know me in reality as the Supreme Deity, they fall. What does it mean? See, at the end of it, all this accrual is coming to me only, right? And everything that you are doing, everything that you are praying to these people or wherever, is all coming to me alone. So why do you want to pray to all these people put together? Why don't you directly come to me? Because at the end of the day, all that you have done is you have paid, you have gone in refuge to some local don. But I am the biggest don in India, boss. You come to me. They are under my protection. I am not under their protection. They are under my protection. And they are saying, हम तुमको protection देते हैं. अगर तुम अभी सोचो ना अभी इंडिया में, if I say, I know the top boss of India, that is the supreme person who sits in Delhi. So what will this local person do? He can't take. Just because I know the topmost person in India, the local people cannot do anything to me because I am direct protection under them. Again, when the collection of taxes and things like that happen, it's the central government which is taking the taxes. But what do we think? We think the collection agent over here is doing it. Okay? ऐसा नहीं है. So he says, those who think that these local people are doing it will go to them. So he says, so they keep on going back to these people. They keep on having this life and death and cycle of life and death again and again and again. Those who are votaries of God go to the gods. Those who are votaries of mains reach the mains. And those who adore the spirits reach the spirit. And those who worship me come to me alone. That is my devotee who is no longer subject to birth and death. So if you are praying to some god somewhere, you are going to go to that god's domain and come back to earth again. If you are praying to some mains, you are going to go to the mains and then you are going to come back again. If you are praying to some spirits, you will go to the spirit world and then you will come back again. Now, these particular domains means what? Suppose you love the god of music, so you will go to the god of music and come back. If you love the spirit world, you are the one who prays to all the devils and the demons in this world, so you will go to their world and come back again. But if you are praying to me, Krishna, then you will come to me alone and then there is no return ticket for you. Only when I am going, you want return ticket, you can come with me. Okay? See, understand? Have you ever tried to book a flight in one country saying that I want from that country to this country and back? It then doesn't give you. Have you noticed it? Suppose I am in India and I am saying Dubai, Bangalore, Dubai, give me a flight like that. It will not give me. But if I say in Bangalore, I say Bangalore, Dubai, Bangalore. That I can book. Alright? Why? Because ulta flight nahi aata hai. Seedha ja sakta hai. They will ask you, you are booking from Bangalore, Dubai, Bangalore, chalta hai. But Dubai, Bangalore, Dubai, that is not allowed. So the question will be, how did you land up in Dubai first? And why are you booking that in India, by the way? तुम वहां पे है, इधर से काय को करता है? तो बेनिफिट लेने के लिए करता है, नहीं करेगा, जाओ. So the currency that will appear over there is dirhams. It won't appear as rupees. Please note this. But if you are booking Bangalore, Dubai, Bangalore, The currency you can pay is rupees. This is how it works. Alright? So Krishna says, देखो मेरे डोमेन के है तो मैं अर्थ एंड बैक टू माय डोमेन का रिटर्न टिकट देगा, लेकिन तुम अर्थ का डोमेन का है, मेरे यहाँ पे आके रिटर्न टिकट इल्ला मेरे पास नहीं मिलता है, हम देता भी नहीं है. Because the first and foremost, please understand, for a person on earth to come to my domain, only single ticket is allowed. समझा? No return. But from other domains, or return tickets available. You got what I'm trying to say? See, you go to this heaven and you can come back. But if you come to my place once, finished. There is no return for you. But if you are in my domain, then you can take a return ticket to earth, because then you have to come in my stately carriage only. मेरा एयरलाइंस है कृष्णा एयरलाइंस, वही फ्लाई करता है. That airline only flies. चार्टर्ड फ्लाइट है अपने पास, बाकी दूसरा कोई फ्लाइट चलता ही नहीं है अपने यहाँ. It's like it's like an Alcatraz over here. Once you have come over here, you become a bandi forever. यहाँ से no going outward. बॉस का परमिशन के बगैर जा नहीं सकते. Must be very wicked person. So this line is very beautiful. The next one. Whosoever offers me with love, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or even water, I appear in person before that selfless devotee of sinless mind and delightfully partake of that article offered by him with love. This statement, I really want you to test it out. Sincerely. Have complete faith in Krishna. See, if this verse, and this is a word of Krishna, alright? This particular line has been said by Krishna. Okay, and kindly consider this line as the most important line in this book. He says, whosoever, any person, offers me, the word is with love. Okay, don't eliminate that word. That is the most important word over there. You have to be 100% devoted to me, and please offer it with love. A leaf, a flower, a fruit, or even water. I appear in person. This you should know. He will personally come to partake of it. And there are people in this world who have seen this actually happen. So he comes in person before this selfless devotee of sinless mind. He has sinless mind. His mind is clean, absolutely clean, and delightfully partake of that article offered by him with love. So if you offer him with love, a leaf, even water, believe me, even if you offer water to him, he will personally come and partake of it. And that's a promise that he has given. Okay. So the only thing that you need to have is called faith. Faith, single pointed devotion, selfless love, love only for him. Don't have any love for any other person. He will ensure that even if you offer him even one leaf, he will take it. He will personally come to take it. If you go through every Purana of ours, wherever it is mentioned that the devotee has offered something to Krishna, Krishna has personally appeared. Alright? This is a 100% fact. Now if you go to people like say Tukaram or Narsimha Mehta or even the Swamiji from Dakshineshwar, I forgot the name, Annada. He has personally come to partake of whatever he was offered to him. They have experienced it. Okay? So please understand, he goes through that lens. Arjuna, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer as oblation to the sacred fire, whatever you bestow as a gift, Whatever you do by way of penance, offer it all to me. This is another important line in this book. He says, any activity that you do, first you offer it to me. You know what I do? To anything that you offer it to me, I make it purified. Okay? I am your aqua guard. Offer me all the dirty water and I'll purify it for you and me. That means he is going to remove all those karmas that come associated with the object. Do you understand this? So every time when you offer something to him, he is removing the negative impact of it in the form of karma. So this line has something which states, offer it to Krishna. Anything that you do, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do, any activity in your world, first offer it to him. This line has the purport of Krishnarpan. Okay? Arpan means offering. Krishna Arpan, for offering it to Krishna. When you offer anything to him, there will be no accrual of karma in your world. Please note this. Okay, I have explained this in the form of proxy. I'll again explain it to you. Proxy of in such a way that you know how proxy works. Now, if there is a murder happening, okay, and the person who murdered it gets caught, all right, somebody has instructed him to murder that person. When this person who is caught tells the police that this is a person who has told me to murder him, who is the bigger culprit? The one who has instigated this crime. Correct or no? So this is the reason why the instigator is a bigger culprit than the one who has actually done the act. You are only doing the act of eating food. Alright? You are murdering some germs inside. But if you have offered it to the big boss and then eaten them, okay, you are actually eating those things under his domain, under his control. Correct? That means what you are actually doing is, he is instructing you, he is giving it to you as prasad. Anything that comes to you as a prasad is purity alone. So even if you eat 1,000,000 germs, you are actually not killing them at all. So by means of proxy, because of his instructions, because it has come through him, you do not fall into the trap of karma. I have answered this many a times. I think you have got the hang of it now.
But isn't there a selfish motive to this? Just so that you are safe.
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Isn't there a selfish motive in this act? Just so that you are safe, you offer it to the Lord.
Yes, you better have a selfish motive.
You're thinking about the self.
Yes. Padma, please let us refer it to the previous line. The previous line says what, you know? You need to have that devotion to me first. You tell me, why will I take your karma? Unless and until you are devoted to me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think about it. You think some person, Aira Gaira Nattu Khaira, is going to take your karma? No. You better be devoted to him and you better have 100% love for him. Then only he is going to take your karma. You think otherwise he is going to bother about you? I'm sorry, he is not at all concerned. He's got too many things to do in his world. डॉन को पहला मस्का मारने का जरूरी है और एक सिंगल पॉइंटेड याद रखना 11 मुल्कों की पुलिस मुझे ढूंढ रही है ऐसा बोलता हो तो मैं सबसे बड़ा डॉन हूं ना. So Krishna is saying, I am the biggest of all these other goons in the world. So if you are doing something on my behalf, I become that Osama bin Laden. So here the idea is this, that if you have exclusive devotion for him, If you are one-pointed love, that is only one love in your world of Krishna, whatever you offer to him, in the previous line he has mentioned, no, whatever you offer to him, I will take it personally. Has he mentioned this?
With love, yes.
Yes, with love only. So he says, even if you offer me some food or something that you are doing in your world, you offer it to me. So no karma will accrue to you because I am going to take charge of that. You have to learn both these lines in conjugation. You combine them together and learn this. Then only you will get the meaning of it. See, please understand, why would you do it for somebody else? If somebody is now, मैं पाकिस्तानी हूँ और इंडिया में आके हाँ कर रहा हूँ, तो चलेगा क्या? नहीं. मेरा जो इम्पोर्टेंस है वो दूसरे कंट्री से है, तो मैं यहाँ आके क्यों इतना ये करूंगा? कोई अल्टीरियर मोटिव है, इसलिए मैं आया हूँ. करेक्ट है? सो दे कॉल मी अ स्पाई. Whereas, no, you are dedicated to me. You have complete faith in me. You have got single-pointed devotion to me. And you have selfless love for me. When you have this for me, and then you offer something to me, I will personally come and partake of it. And I will see to it that no karma accrues to it. It becomes sinless. It becomes purity. That object will become pure. I will absorb whatever sin karma that is associated with it. Okay. So, Arjuna, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer as oblation to the sacred fire, that means whatever you do का मतलब तुम दुनिया में कोई भी चीज कर रहे होंगे. यानी you may be fighting a war, you may be writing an examination, you may be eating something, you may be performing certain actions somewhere. All this you first offer it to me. Whatever. So when you offer these kind of oblations to the sacred fires are there inside our body, isn't it? Whatever you bestow as a gift, whatever you do by penance, offer it all to me. Everything that you do, even if it is a penance बोलेगा तो जिसकी वजह से हमको मतलब कोई चीज हमने गलत की है, तो वो गलत की चीज करने के लिए हम लोगों को उसका प्रायश्चित करना पड़ता है.
Tapasya, tapna.
Yeah, that प्रायश्चित also you offer it to me. Any action you do, that also you offer it to me. Any sacrifice you do, you offer it to me. All that you do, please offer it to me alone. And when you do it, when you offer all this to me, with your mind thus established in the yoga of renunciation, you are not bothered about the results. Please understand. Yoga of renunciation means you are just offering it to me without any, byline, saying that ye dega to ye milega. Aisa nahi. Offer it to me by the yoga of renunciation. You will be freed from the bondage of actions in the shape of good and evil result. Thus freed from them, you will attain me. So there are no good and evil actions that are going to be associated with it. So no karma gets accrued from it. You are devoid of any karmic debts that may come by. Otherwise, if you eat something, you are performing a karmic action. So every action in this material world is karmic by nature. That karmic action doesn't happen. And because it doesn't happen, all these actions are absorbed by me. All these karmas are absorbed by me. And because they are absorbed by me, there will be no good or evil accruing to you. And since there are no results like this, you will be freed from all the evil effects of this. And then you will come to me. I am equally present in all beings. There is none hateful or dear to me. They, however, who devotedly worship me, abide in me, and I too stand revealed in them. This is the promise which Krishna has given. In this he says, I am equally present in all beings. So there may be somebody who is evil in nature, somebody who is good in nature, somebody who is bad, somebody who is very cruel. All this, I am abiding in all these people. Please understand this. I am abiding equally. There is no separation. इसमें less है, उसमें ज़्यादा है, ऐसा नहीं है. I am equally present in all beings. There is none hateful or dear to me. So there is nobody whom you can say is my pet. I don't have a pet. Every teacher has a pet, no? वैसा कृष्णा का कोई पेट नहीं है, कोई किसी को वो हेट नहीं करता है. Everybody is equal in his eyes. अगर किसी को 10 पैसा दिया है तो हर एक को 10 पैसा देगा वो. उसके कर्म के हिसाब से डेफिनेटली उनको उतना ही मिलेगा, उससे ज्यादा नहीं मिलता है. अगर किसी के कर्म में लिखा है कि उसको एक ही बच्चा देना है तो एक ही मिलेगा, दो नहीं मिलेगा. इन द सेम वे किसी के कर्म में लिखा है शादी नहीं होनी है तो नहीं होगी. तो तुम बोलोगे उसको तो 4 हस्बैंड मिला है, इसको तो एक भी नहीं मिला. वो कोई कंपैरिजन वाली बात नहीं है. देयर इज नो कंपैरिजन देयर. आई एम सॉरी. इक्वली का मतलब one husband for each and one wife for each is not equality. No, it comes as per karma. So there.
Krishna is not interfering in that, no. It's your
No,
own
no, no,
actions
either,
that.
either. But again, Krishna doesn't even talk about all 72 virgins and all. बोला मेरे हिसाब से सब वर्जिन लोग हैं, मैं खाली गलत आदमी हूँ इस दुनिया में, मैं डॉन हूँ करके वो बोलता है. So in his world, everything is equal. Okay, so there is no partiality in his world. He has got the same love for everything in this world. There is none hateful or dear to me. Hateful मतलब I don't like you, I hate you, this is not good, this is not, ऐसा बोलते हैं हम लोग. And then somebody, oh you are my dearest, you are my this, you are my that, you are my that. Okay. And one day there was a very, okay, everybody is dearest to me करके बोला है. तो the strangest part is you really wonder then हर एक को अगर dearest बोलता है तो फिर मतलब कौन सी बात सही है और कौन सी बात गलत है? हैं? मतलब चालू आदमी है. Here it means this: there is none dearer to me and none that I hate the most. Please understand this. I have equanimity. Where there is an equanimity, everything is equal to me. There is neither like nor hatred. So both these things do not exist for him, and that is the reason why I say they, however, who devotedly worship me, abide in me, I too stand revealed in them. And that is the reason why, if they worship me, they will come to me, and I also am seen in these type of people. You can see me in these people as well. We can. Even if the vilest sinner worship me with exclusive devotion, he should be accounted a saint, for he has rightly resolved. What is he saying? They may be the worst character on this planet Earth, but he is exclusively devoted to me. Valmiki. You see, the Valmiki's example is very, very much there. How much he used to kill people and do so many things, but he was single-pointedly devoted to me when he kept on saying Ram, Ram, Mara, 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 Mara. And that is why he came to me. So even if this person, who is the vilest of the creatures, but has this single-pointed devotion to me and says my name with the most, loving manner, I will remove everything of his sins from that person. So he says he has rightly resolved. He has understood what is this all about. He has resolved. Resolved means he sorted out this, he's resolved this problem in his world. He knows I am the greatest, and so when you consider me as the greatest and you become my devotee, I will ensure you that everything is sorted out. Okay? So I think we will end over here. Alright? Okay, any questions? No questions?